Okay, folks, welcome back. This is lesson 8.3.3 from the CPM Core Connections Geometry textbook. And this lesson is titled Circles in Context, and I've got some bad news for some of you. I want to talk about what this means. Circles in context, that basically means word problems. So don't be frightened. We'll work our way through a couple of these and hopefully help you out. Let's just review a couple formulas I think are going to be important for this lesson. Everything's doing with circles, so we've got an area formula. We also have something called circumference. That's also known as the perimeter of a circle, the distance around. And when you look at these two formulas, you're like, holy cow, we've got pi times radius squared, and we got 2 times pi times r. They got the same symbols in them. How on earth are we supposed to keep track of the difference? Well, remember, this one has a dimension squared, and area is always in square units. So that should help you there. And this one does not have a dimension squared, so it's just in linear units. You might also see this formula as circumference equals pi times diameter, because the 2 times the radius is equal to the diameter. Now I want to talk about another aspect of area and circumference that we might see. And for this one, I want to sketch out a circle here real quick. Bang, there's my circle. Okay, so let's say we look at just a portion of that circle, and I'm going to call this angle alpha right here. That angle alpha is this central angle measure right here. There's 2 different parts of the circle I'm going to talk about now. One is going to be this area right here. That's called a sector. The area of a sector is, well, it's just a portion of a circle. And what portion of it? Well, we're going to look at the measure of that angle alpha divided by 360 degrees and then multiply times pi r squared. So this is a ratio of the circle. Okay, the other dimension that we're going to look at right here is arc length. And that is the arc length, let me highlight that a little differently. Arc length, and from the prior lesson we called that the length of crust if you had a piece of pizza. So let's go ahead and talk about how to calculate that arc length. Okay, so arc length is, again, the measure of that angle alpha divided by 360 times 2 pi r. And again, this is the ratio of the circle. And I hope you recognize that quantity right there as circumference and that quantity right there as area. Okay, so 4 different formulas: area, pi r squared, circumference, 2 pi r, and then the sector and arc length ratios of those 2 formulas. All right, let's jump into the notes.